Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my homeschooling mistakes. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Stacey. My channel is all about encouraging other moms, homeschooling, and living overseas. So if you're interested in any of those topics or just want to follow along on our journey, I would love to connect with you. Hit that subscribe button down below, a thumbs up button, and let me know in the comment section. Say hi. I'd love to meet you. I want to connect with you guys and do life together. Today's video is in collaboration with some other awesome homeschool moms. The host is Ashley from Joyful Noise Learning, and I will link her channel and also the playlist channel down below in the description box. So be sure to check that out after you're done watching this video. I think you can learn a lot from watching other people's mistakes, so that way you don't repeat the same ones, especially if you're a new homeschooling mom or whether you've been homeschooling a long time. There's still stuff to learn. So today I'm going to be sharing my top 3 homeschooling mistakes with you guys. Okay, so my first homeschooling mistake is self-doubt. I think a lot of parents struggle with having self-doubt, but I think homeschooling parents probably have an extra dose of it. I felt like I didn't have enough know-how, enough this or enough that to teach my kids. But I like to tell myself and counter that with, you're their mother and you love them so much, and that you probably care more about them and their education than probably anyone else on this earth besides maybe their dad. But because of that, you will care so much more about if they're learning, if they're getting the concept, if they're enjoying it while they're doing it, and about their emotions during the process of schooling them also. So you as their mother or their father, you can do this. And I have to remind myself of that a lot. Okay, my second biggest homeschooling mistake is comparing my children to other children, whether that's to what their grade level is supposed to be able to be doing or whether that's to each other, because I have twins who are in the same grade. But their learning styles are very different, and so that makes it really challenging because they're always doing the same, usually they're doing the same books at the same time, but one is more of a hands-on learner and he needs like interaction and games and to interact with what he's learning to really get it, and lots of repetition. And then the other one is more okay with just a pencil and a paper. He can learn and he can remember it fairly well that way. And so for me as their teacher, as their mom, it's easy for me to be like, well, I taught this and I explained this and he seems to get the concept and he doesn't, or vice versa, and comparing them to each other. And then also comparing to other children the same age, like, oh, so-and-so's 2-year-old can already read words or whatever. I'm just using like a made-up example, but I know we do this a lot with like our toddlers and preschoolers, like so-and-so knows their ABC sounds already and this one doesn't, and my kid doesn't. So-and-so's blending sounds already and my kid isn't. And then we comparing them and then start feeling bad that our kid can't do it. Why can't they do it? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with the kid? And so I just want to say to myself and to others, don't even go down that road. Comparison is a thief of joy. Just be happy with where they're at. Your kid is learning at exactly the rate they're supposed to be, and they're exactly where they're supposed to be at. Every kid is different. You can't compare them to each other. And like with my twins, maybe one of them is really good in something and one of them isn't so good in something else, and that's okay. They're each going to have their own strong points and their own weak points, and that's okay. And me as their mom, as their teacher, I want to be the first one to accept that and to be able to voice the strengths I see in both of them, because they notice it also. They notice that their brother is faster at something than they are, or vice versa, and they might start feeling bad for themselves. But I want to encourage them to not compare and to remember that they each have their own individual unique strengths. Okay, and then my third homeschool mistake is that I sometimes would just keep going. So when there was chaos just erupting in our school area, the baby's crying, the toddler's got a stinky diaper, and the boys are just at the point where they're ready for a break. There's so much distraction going on, they can't concentrate and focus. And mom's at the point where she needs another cup of iced coffee. Sometimes I'm just like, well, we only have this to do yet. We only have that to do yet. But sometimes my husband has to remind me that it's okay to just take a break and then come back and refocus. So I have been known to just push it a little bit too long before we take a break. So that's something going into the future, and I have recently been really I noticed that and been working on that instead of just pushing through and trying to get done with a lesson, to just take a break and come back to it later. That's why we homeschool. We're not on a schedule. We can take a break and we can come back to it later. So that's what's really great about homeschooling. All right, so if you've been homeschooling for a long time or whether you're just starting out, I hope you find this helpful and hopefully you don't make the same mistakes I did. I'm excited to watch the other videos in the playlist down below and learn from them. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this. It lets me know that you like this content and would like to see more like it. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And we'll see you guys again soon. Bye!